Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. In today's video, we'll be walking around the garden. I will be showing you some new stuff that we planted, as well as some cool stuff that the maintenance guys did. So let's go check this out. So not only did the maintenance guys fix this step for me, it's been broken since I've been coming here, the very top one. They added another step on the bottom, and they put some slate down to make it look a lot nicer, and some loose rocks, pebbles actually. But still, this whole thing looks so much better now. I mean, just look at that. Very, very cool. Thank you, maintenance crew. You guys are awesome. I'm sure you're all familiar with this shot. It's the way I always go in here when I start my videos. First thing to notice, the water level in the pond is a little low, and that's on the fault of me and the other volunteers. We were actually using this water when we first started planting, and only because it's rich in nutrients. It's got all those leaves brewing in there and everything. I haven't seen the frogs in the last couple trips, the frog and the toad. Let's see if they're up. I don't know if you guys heard that. I have no idea what the hell that was. Has to be the toad or the frog. Scared the crap out of me though. I don't see them, but I heard them. I heard something anyway. Well, looking around, I still don't see anything, but hopefully that noise came through on the camera. It almost sounded like it was from outside the pond, but with everything how it might echo in here right now, who knows? Like bounce off of the walls of the pond. Oh, I see a frog. I can't really see the screen to know if you could see him right now, but that's probably what I heard. Alright, so we'll leave him alone. He's a little jumpy. Normally he's not, but... So anyway, in addition to the, 11 plants that we put in here on Mother's Day, and there are now new plants. First off, the nasturtiums are still doing well. They're not growing as quickly as the ones on the other side, and you'll see that. But here we have some milkweed growing, and this will eventually get a bunch of little flowers on it and will attract butterflies and stuff like that, so that's very cool. The other plants are still doing well. There are now some phlox planted in here, and yeah, here we go. So we have this Glamour Girl phlox. I'm not sure if this is going to be the same thing. No, this is the coneflower. I don't know what I was thinking there. But things are getting bigger, that's a good sign. There's another Glamour Girl phlox back there. And another one right there. And then another milkweed in the corner over here. And this is what I was talking about with the nasturtiums. You can see these have gotten considerably bigger. And that one thing in the back, somebody said it could be a lily, could be an iris, I'm not sure. We did not plant that, but there it is. The columbine here is doing cool. I just took some dead leaves out of it. And of course the cardinal flower is doing pretty well as well. It's gotten way bigger. Anyway, let's go over here and I'll point out some things. This stuff growing here, I forget what it's called off the top of my head. I think it was like Solomon seal or something like that. Also a native plant that grows around. Not sure where they came from, but I did look it up on my app. The two columbines are still doing pretty well. But what you'll notice is there's a third one now. I stopped at Home Depot, and this one wasn't looking too good, but it was the best one they had, and it's going to be a different color columbine than the deep reddish purple ones there. This one's going to be more of like a lavender purple. Oh my god, I can't talk. Usually the case, right? Anyway, put this in yesterday, and you know, it doesn't seem to be any worse off, and there are a bunch of buds on it, so there's that. And over here at the wisteria bush, I also bought some white phlox, and I planted that, and it seems to be happy. I just watered both of the new plants today. I watered them when I put them in yesterday, and I gave them a little bit today. The other plants, they should be okay until Sunday. We're going to be here, and we're going to be watering and working on the garden as per usual. And yeah, so that's the new development as far as flowers go. All these are doing great, but you know, they've been here probably longer than anything else in the garden. There's something coming up right there. Don't know what it is. Some new ferns were put in, also native. And I don't know, I don't think these are the same ferns that were growing behind the fence back there. There's one here, it doesn't look too happy. Maybe I should have watered him, but I ran out of water. And I think, yeah, and then there's some ferns growing over there, and of course, all different kinds of grass-like things. And I think the clump of grass there is a daffodils. That's what they turn into after the flowers are gone. And one of the volunteers had said that, you know, you have to wrap it or something like that within itself so that it comes back strong next year. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about with that. And let's go over here. So over here at the tree where the other hostas had started growing, once the poison ivy and the roots and all that were removed, they're still growing, still here, all the way around the tree. Some other stuff growing on the tree. I'm not touching it because if it's poison ivy or something like that, I will catch it. I'm sure I'll be getting that more than enough this season. Probably not as much as last season though, since we're not going to be doing any digging. Now over here, where I dug up those paths that weren't charted, there used to be, as I mentioned before, a chestnut tree, I believe, in the middle of this, and it wound up having to be taken down. And from what I'm told, it was quite pretty, but it started to die and they had to remove it. And the root system is still under there, like the dead root system, so there's no way that they could plant another tree here. However, the maintenance guy suggested that maybe we could section this off, till it up a little bit, and make it another garden, which is a very good idea. So I think we might try to do that if we have enough resources and money, which we still have a decent amount. We haven't spent much of the donation money, but every penny has been spent on this place. That, well, here, let me rephrase that. Not every penny, because we still have quite a bit of it left, but like everything that we used that money for was for the flowers that I've been showing you. So we haven't spent much of it. Maybe I don't know, maybe about $130, $140 of it so far, and we still have a lot to go. We still have bushes and shrubs and everything that we'll be doing at some point. Hopefully not too long, but we'll have to see how long that takes. And it would seem that somebody was here and finished filling in the spades with the black mulch. It's looking really good. And yes, Frank, these are made of cement. I still continue to come here quite a bit, even when I'm not doing anything here. I just relax here. And sometimes I get to talk to people, and we're still getting compliments from people saying that, you know, that they really appreciate everything that we've done and everything looks so beautiful. The lawn could be mowed, but it's not that high since we haven't had that much rain. We're supposed to be getting a little bit of rain this weekend, I believe, so that'll be good. But before that, we'll be here taking care of it. See, no sooner was I talking about having chats with people, and a family just came in. Very nice, very nice people. And they had said that, excuse me, they had said that they have watched some of the videos and they do continue to come back here, and they have been since before I started coming here, and they love the transition. But, you know, that's all around. I have not had one person say that they didn't like what we were doing. Everybody seems to enjoy coming here. And now that we'll have flowers, there'll be more to look at. And once the bushes and hedges go in, that'll be even better. And yeah. So I think we should leave the garden and maybe take a ride. I could show everybody another place where I spent a lot of my time as a younger person, as a young Tom's World. So let me grab my empty containers that had the water in it, and we'll get out of here. All right, so now we are leaving the parking lot. Well, sort of. Still another parking lot to go through, but, well, not through, but past, I should say. And then we'll go around the little path here and then go back out on the state road, make a right, and we will head towards Croydon, Pennsylvania. The area that we'll be in is what's considered to be Old Croydon. Now, there seems to be some dilemma, or not dilemma, but like arguments as to what the different areas of Croydon are called. I know that when I was a kid, it was referred to in 3 different parts. There was Old Croydon, New Croydon, and Croydon Acres. Old Croydon is where what state road goes through. New Croydon was on the other side of Bristol Pike, or 13, whatever. I don't know if it's still, I guess it's still Bristol Pike up there. And Croydon Acres was, I think, down further from New Croydon. I'm not sure. I mostly stuck to Old Croydon when I was a kid. Most of my friends were there. I had some friends in New Croydon. Over here on the right, just to change the subject, is all the woods for Neshaminy State Park. And then it ends pretty much at the creek, which we're about to go over Neshaminy Creek on this bridge here. And then once we cross this bridge, then we are in Croydon. There's a marina on the right side, but down one of these streets. I don't remember which one. I did hang out at that place when I was a kid a little bit, and I also tooled around pretty much everywhere around here. Had a lot of friends that I met and kept friendships with through the years, and some people who I didn't. But such is life, right? That's just how it goes. You grow up, you grow apart. Things happen. So now we're at State Road and Cedar Ave. This store on the right here, Blask, that's been there since I was a kid, and it's always had that name. Here on the right, the light colored building there, that used to be Two Girls Deli. Hasn't been for a long time. Firehouse there. If you saw it, I don't know. I can't look at the camera because I'm driving. Very rural area. We used to live in a house that was right there on that corner where that fence is. When I was a kid, well, when I was born, I think we lived there. So now this street that I'm turning down is Logan. I think it's Logan Ave, but kind of weird. I mean, I always knew of this street because one of my friends lived on this street. But little did I know that this is probably named after the Logans that lived over in the Neshaminy State Park. See if I can spot where my friend used to live. I know that the house, it's set back further than the other houses around here. I think it's after this street here. Well, I haven't seen it yet, so it has to be. Yep. And it still looks mostly the same. That house back there. Now going down, I think this is Pennsylvania Ave. And Pennsylvania Ave like stops and starts in different places throughout the back end of this side of Croydon. Some businesses on the right, tucked way back in the middle of nowhere. I'm not sure what they do at this plant up here. I think it used to be concrete, but I don't know if they still do that. And I don't remember what it used to be called either. Old Castle, that's what it's called now. Now we'll make a right onto another part of Pennsylvania Ave. Now these woods coming up here on the right, I've spent a lot of time in these woods. Can't get in there anymore, but there used to be all kinds of trails that we made for bikes. We had underground forts. It was a lot of fun. Now going up Emily Avenue for a specific reason. For this school right here, there is a playground on the other side that I have spent a lot of hours in. Not only, sorry for the jumpiness, not only for myself as a kid, but also with my son. When I used to bring him here and we would hang out here for hours, he would have a great time. It's changed a lot over the years. Sometimes things get added, sometimes things are taken away. But such is progress and such is life, right? What you're seeing here is Cedar Ave going away from State Road, away from the creek, and we are heading towards where Bristol Pike is, so that you can see the other side of Croydon briefly. We're not gonna tour around in the back streets. It's just a lot of houses, a lot of like rural settings. You can see the train station coming up here. And then we go around this little curve. This bridge right here has a low clearance, and I could not tell you how many times trucks ignore the clearance and get stuck there. Happens very frequently. So we here on the left, we have the Croydon Center. That's been there forever. You got the 7-Eleven that's been there forever. And then once again, we'll be crossing over the creek. So once we do this, we're no longer in Croydon and we're in Bensalem. So now we're in Bensalem. So now going under 95 and under the train tracks, heading back to State Road. And we'll go down to the river access, do a quick roundabout, see what's shaking down there. Always have to take this turn very slow. It's really narrow, only one vehicle can fit through at a time. See, and there's a vehicle there. Had to wave and say thank you because it's the courteous thing to do. A lot of people don't seem to know that, but I won't get into that. Quite a few people here, I guess. More so than I would have thought at 1:30 in the afternoon on a Friday, but maybe people took an early day or something and just came down to relax. The Delaware River. And there's what used to be a river access, but it just fell into dismay and they never cleaned it up. Much like I never cleaned my windows. I've been procrastinating on cleaning this car. Alright. Again, go slow here. Some people do come zooming up or down this, and it's not safe to do that. I'm surprised there haven't been more accidents here. I think we'll head back to the park. I really should stop and get some water. I'm sweating like crazy. Of course, I have my windows rolled up so you can actually hear me, but I can wait. So I think we'll make a right and we'll go back down to the park. And the park will be coming up on the right, just past this light. Which also stayed green. I'm not used to all this. I'm used to catching every light red. It's the luck of Tom's world, you know. But I guess when I'm filming or taking video, I should say, it's not film, then I guess my luck is different. That might be due to all of you. You're all my good luck charms. Alright, back in the park, back on the trail. Heading back to my favorite place where I think I'll sit for a little while after I'm done making this and just relax. Like I said, it's my place of zen. Just as it was for Mr. Logan. Really should have stopped and got some water though. I'm quite a bit parched. That's alright though. I'm sweating out the beers from last night. So we're back in the garden. I had to wait a little while. There was somebody here getting their picture taken in what I guess is a prom dress or something like that. Or maybe it was just for a nice picture. They were having their picture taken over by the fountain there. So I didn't want to disturb them, so I just kind of stayed off to the side. What I would really like to do with this wisteria bush, and I don't know, they probably won't allow it, and I may have mentioned it in my last video, I would love to get like a trellis that goes from this side over to this side, have it be like 8-9 feet tall, because the wisteria will climb on it, and then we could just keep wrapping it so that it doesn't hang, and that would be really eye-catching, I think. But they have told me before, no new structures. So they probably won't allow it, but it would be nice. Guess they'll be trimming the grass this weekend with the push mower and the weed whacker. It's a big tree. Quite a few big trees around here. I would wager that were probably here during Robert Logan's life. I mean, I know he had a lot of these planted, but most of the trees that grow around here are just the trees that grew here. He didn't want to disturb the woods. He wanted to keep it as natural as he could, only taking up as much land as he had to. I do think this looks pretty sharp though. It was a good idea they had. At least until we can get the low growing dark colored flowers once we find it, much like the low growing light blue colored flowers we want in here. It's gonna all look great. Little by little, we're getting there. You know, I think you might be right, Humpty Dumpty. I think it's time to wrap this one up. So make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and that you've hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos, and as I mentioned, there will be a lot more to come as we go through the process of planting new flowers, bushes, hedges, shrubs, all kinds of stuff. Maybe even trees. We'll see where that takes us. In any case, I'm out of here. I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.